Okay, you have the desire to publish, but maybe you don't know exactly what you want to publish. In this video, we're going to talk about ideation. Many of you've asked for this. This is how to come up with ideas. I'm going to share 3 or 4 things that have worked for me. You can listen to this or you can sit down and watch it, whatever works for you. My name is Jenny Hansen-Lane. I've been publishing on Amazon for 3 years to build a 6-figure income from books, book royalties. I have paperback, I have a couple Kindle, I have 1 or 2 audiobooks, and then just across the board, lots of lined and prompted journals. That's how I got started. Now, when we get started online, if we don't have ideas, it can be really overwhelming. And so here's an ideation strategy that you can do on your own. You can even do this on your phone. When you have an idea, I want you to go to the search bar on Amazon, okay? And you're going to type in your idea. You're going to type in your letters. If it comes up, that means that Amazon is actually giving you some ideas of things to buy. Okay. When you click on those, you will get a list of the top ranking, and these are ranked by a couple things. They're ranked by the sales data, they're ranked by the reviews, they're ranked by how much an advertiser is spending to get to the top of there, and they're ranked by relevancy. Okay. And so these are all important things to look at. You might actually see an ad for a book that's not selling, and that could confuse you. So it's important to know what to look for when you're in this ideation keyword research phase. Okay. Now, the sales data, also, what we want to do when we're researching, the sales data covers what is most recent, but then overall. And so it is literally Amazon wants to give the customer the best experience. Okay. When it comes to reviews, Amazon customers, they trust reviews. And so if there is a book with over 500 reviews, you're going to have to work really hard to get your book seen. I should just left that alone, huh? 500 reviews has a big algorithm boost behind it. And so one of the things that I like to do when I find a book that I would like to publish in that category, and there's books that are already doing well, one of the best ideation strategies is I'll research this area, frequently bought together. Okay. And this strategy happened for me when my books were selling, when I had like one book that sold well, and it would be my book, right? And then it would be my competitor's book. And I was like, wait a second, they're buying our books together. Why wouldn't I go out and just make my own book, right? Replace my competitor's book with mine. So once I saw that, that's a strategy I started doing. So when you are going to go after your competition's book, you're going to look at the reviews. You're going to look at the 1 stars. You're going to ask yourself, how can I make my book better? Right? And then you're going to out design their cover. If you cannot do that, hire it out. There's lots of artists on Fiverr. There's lots of artists in the chat. In fact, I get like tons of emails for thumbnail designers. Like maybe I should ask them, can you design a book cover? Okay. And so if you don't feel like you could make a better book than the competition, I would move on to a new idea. I'd go back up. I'd record these ideas, and then I would type these ideas in. I would see what comes up in the search bar. And here's the interesting thing that Amazon does with keywords. When you are searching in the search bar, they're gonna list 10 keywords every single time. Okay, they're gonna be long tail, and they're gonna be short tail, because they are focused. Also, Amazon is focused on this right here. Okay. They're also focused on giving the customer what sells the best, which has the best reviews, and what is the most relevant. We only have control over that, right? Getting our book in front of people. We need to make sure it has a good cover, so when we get a cost per click, when it actually happens, then it converts into a sale. Okay. So it's important to know that every single keyword will have those things, right? It will have the sales data, it will have the reviews, it will have people that are running ads, and it will have, what was the last thing that we wrote down? And it will have relevancy. Okay. So there really is a lot of potential for your book to be found because that is just one keyword. So that's why we use more than one keyword on our books, right? So they can be discovered more easily. Okay. And so think about this process as you're doing your keyword research. How can you position your book? If you have a pen name, and this is, there's so many ways to self publish. Some of you on this channel just have one book and you want to learn more about making money online. Some of you are not ready to do a second book because your expertise is in this first book. Some of these guidance or strategies you might not feel relevant. They might not feel relevant for you, right? So just save this video for another time. But I will say that there's a lot of people that do really well with one book under a pen name and they don't do anything else. Okay. What this looks like to me is a beautiful brick and mortar bookshop. Okay. People come in, there's windows, okay, and you own this bookshop and you have one offering inside of your entire bookshop. I feel like that's no bueno. Like, I feel like if I'm obsessed with journaling, about summer trips, right? Like it's like a travel journal. And that's what you offer. That's your one book right here. Like, if I'm obsessed with that and I come in, like, give me more options so I can give you more money. Because I already made the trip. I'm already on Amazon. I have the buy now button. I can just click it and buy your stuff. And so if you struggle with that, if you have one book under one pen name, ask ChatGPT, like, what are some other books I can add to this? Okay. It can be really powerful when what happens, and this is part of my strategy to get to six figures, is once I started doubling down on my competitions books, then what happened is my books were being bought together, okay? And at my average cart value, I did that backwards. My dyslexia got me. Okay. My average cart value went up. So instead of making $4 from one book in one day, I made $8, okay? So let me know where you're at in your book journey, how I can help you. Let me know if you want to attend our free training coming up. The link is just right below. I would love to see you and let me know how I can help you guys. I love you and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.